Hello everyone and welcome back to the Synergy Sanctum. My name is Justin. Thank you so much for stopping by. Here at the Synergy Sanctum, we specialize in all things related to Magic the Gathering with a specific focus on deck building. So I aim to show you very quick deck techs that'll show you all of the cards in the deck and how they work together to ultimately achieve the goals of that deck. If you're not already, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate that. And we also have a sister channel now, so head on over to Commander Coliseum and check out their content as well. And for today's deck tech, we have a mono white Lifegain deck for you with Evra, Halcyon Witness at the helm. So Evra says that it is lifelink, it's a 4/4, but for 4 mana at instant speed, you can exchange your life total with Evra's power. So, little risky, but as long as you survive, you will immediately gain all that life back. So for 4 mana, your life total is going to become 4. Let's say we're just at 40. Evra is now a 40/40 swinging in with lifelink. You're going to immediately gain 40 when the damage happens, and then you're back to 44. But Evra is still a 40. So really broken mono white deck here. And we've got a ton of synergies and benefits off of all the life that we're going to be gaining. Little bit of a higher budget. TCG market value is at $386 to $458, but this deck is so fun and you are a big threat at the table and you can do this at any moment, right? So anytime they're going to deal with Evra, you can make it super big. I'm going to block with Evra, I'm going to get a bunch of life, right? So land count's a little lower, but we've got a ton of ramp in the deck as well and ways of getting these planes out. So 32 lands, 22 of those being planes and 10 of those being non-basics. So to get us started, here are our win cons in the deck, and if we're not going to win with commander damage. So we got Aetherflux Reservoir, we're going to be gaining a ton of life so we could Death Star somebody. Angel of Destiny, as long as your life is 15 or more than your starting life, everybody that was attacked this turn by Angel of Destiny is losing the game. So it's not even necessarily combat damage, just off of attacks if your life is 15 or higher than it was at the start. So if you're at 55 or higher, Angel of Destiny is going to win you the game. Then Approach of the Second Sun, cast it twice, you win the game. So here is all the life gain in the deck. So we're running a Wall of Reverence. At end step, we're getting it equal to the power of a creature. So if Evra's at 40, you're going to gain 40. Soul's Attendant and Soul Warden off of creatures coming in. Boon Reflections doubling it. Beacon of Immortality is doubling the life total. So if you're at 80, all of a sudden you're at 160 life. Authority of the Consuls is a little bit of stacks, but when creatures come in for your opponent, you gain life. Axis of Mortality, in case we're getting destroyed, you can switch the life totals at your upkeep, which is pretty solid. Cigar to Splendor is gaining you life when you cast spells. Rock's Faith Mender is doubling it again. Reverse of the Sands is another backup like the Axis, where you can swap the life totals around, which technically counts as life gain. Children of Corliss says when you sack it, you're going to gain life equal to the life you've lost this turn, so you can get yourself back in the game. And then Heliod's Intervention, for however much you pay into X, you're going to gain twice that amount. Really broken here. And then people are going to want to destroy Evra on site, so we're running the mono white spells that kind of save us from that. So Shelter and Sheltering Light are given indestructible or protection from a color. Selfless Spirits also giving indestructible. Blacksmith Skills giving indestructible. And then Rebuff the Wicked, we can counter a spell if they're targeting Evra. And then Mother of Ruins can also give protection from a color. And then other good stuff in the deck, so Spirit Loop and Spirit Link. Whenever a creature deals damage, you're going to gain that much life. So picture Evra at 40, you're going to gain the 40 from the life link, and then you're going to gain another 40 off of either one of these. Serra Ascendant's just like too broken in Commander, so we're going to use it. We're going to just immediately start gaining 6 life a turn if this comes out early, so broken. Luminous Broodmoth is giving flying. If a creature dies, it gets to come back. Linvala, Keeper of Silence, is stacks for any activated abilities for opponents. Light of Promise, very similar to Spirit Leak and Spirit Loop, except it's giving counters off of life gain. So you gain 40. Evra's got 40 counters now. Ghostly Prison to protect us. Defiler of Faith to kind of, we're not really worried about life, so we can replace the white mana cost with 2 life instead. Blind Obedience is more stacks, and then Celestian, the Living State, says that at the beginning of your end step, you can return a creature card mana value X or less from your graveyard, where X is the amount of life you've gained this turn. Really good. More stacks with Thalia, Heretic Cathar. Voice of the Blessed has a ton of abilities. Whenever you gain life, it gets bigger, and then as long as it has 10 or more, it's indestructible, and it has flying and vigilance. Sure Strike Trident. Oh my gosh, this card is disgusting in this deck. So it says for 4 to equipped creature has First Strike, and here's the winner, tap it, unattach the trident. This creature deals damage equal to its power to target player. So let's say you swing with Evra at somebody, and then the next turn you have this out and unattached, you can then have Evra like immediately shoot that person as well. Sunbond, whenever you're gaining life, you can put that many counters on the creature that this is attached to, so similar to the previous card. So it's not even like really Evra. The Sure Strike Trident can really just go onto anything that you're making bigger. Sun Titan to recur stuff. Avacyn Angel of Hope is more indestructible for everything. And then Storm Herd, oh my gosh, if there was a deck to break Storm Herd, it's this one. So you get to create X11 Pegasus creature tokens with flying, where X is your life total. Your life total is going to be 80 or higher very, very quickly with this deck, and you're going to immediately be getting like probably over 100 Pegasus creatures if this engines keep going. And then removal in the deck, we're running a Path to Exile and a Swords to Plowshares, as well as a Crib Swap to exile things. We're running Ablation to deal with permanents. And then we're running 2 board wipes with Vanquish the Horde and Fumigate. Fumigate has the added benefit of gaining you life for every creature that was destroyed this way. And then remember, we have a lot of indestructible stuff to protect Evra, so Evra's probably going to survive either of these if you do it right. And then a ton of draw, because we are in mono white. I went and found every dang card I could to prevent us from like running out of gas. So the Gaffer, really good as long as you gain 3, you're drawing. Lorn of the Third Path is letting you draw, but letting an opponent draw as well. Esper Sentinel, because why not? War Room, for a single life you get to draw. Smuggler's Share is dependent on other people, but we're in mono white, so they're probably going to be ahead of us, and you get draws and treasures. Endless Atlas is letting you draw for 2 mana. Cut a Deal on Secret Rendezvous are letting you draw, but letting an opponent draw as well. Revitalize is gaining you life and draw. Mangara is letting you draw when opponents cast their second spells, and also is kind of some pillow forting. Battle Angels of Tyr has Myriad, which is really broken, because for however many of these do combat damage, you're going to draw cards if they have more than you, you're going to create treasures if they have more lands than you, and you're going to gain life if they have more life. So just really, really good to get us back in the game if we're losing. And then Archivist of Ogma, of course, to let us draw and gain life when people search their libraries. And then as promised, here is our ramp package. So we have a ton of cards here that are fixing our lands or getting us treasures or other things. So Solemn's getting you land, Soul Ring's our rock, Weathered Wayfarer lets you fetch planes, Monologue Tax and Smothering Tithe, they're making you treasures. Land Tax is letting you get your lands out, your planes. Chaomancer's Map's letting you do that as well. Keeper of the Cord, Deep Gnome, Terramancer, Knight of the White Orchid, and Loyal Warhound are all creatures that get you planes as long as people have more than you. And then Gift of Estates is a spell that lets you go and get 3 planes, reveal them, and put them into your hand. So even though our lands are a little low, any of these get you back in the game and get you more consistent on every single turn as well. And with that, our show has come to an end. Thank you so much for watching our video. And if you enjoyed that video, feel free to share it out with any friends who might find value in it as well. Thank you so much for stopping by. We hope to see you again soon. Have a good one.